Hello, I'm making my first YouTube video today. I was struck when I was reading in Luke, in the Bible, chapter 15, about the parable of the lost son, and I saw a lot of similarity in this story to the situation with Prince Harry. I'm going to read the story and I'll make comments as I go along. Jesus continued, "There was a man who had two sons. The younger one said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to the fields to feed pigs." So this is Harry in this interpretation, and of course this is a spiritual story which is really about prodigal son returning to God the Father. But in this situation, I'm applying it to Harry. So he hired himself out to a citizen of that country, like Netflix maybe, or Spotify, and those citizens, or that citizen, sent him out to the fields to feed pigs. Now this is really a low kind of job for the son of the Jewish son of a wealthy man to be involved in. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Well, he has become so destitute, and no one will give him anything. I kind of see a parallel there because of the backlash and the rejection that Harry and Meghan have experienced thus far in the United States, for the most part. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired men have food to spare, and here I am starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired men.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, 'Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you.' He's broken one of the 10 Commandments, to honor your father and mother. 'I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. 'Your brother has come,' he replied, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends.'" I think this could represent William in my interpretation, being the faithful older son who, I don't know how much making over of him they've done. "But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fatted calf for him." Well, has Prince Harry squandered his property with a prostitute? I'll ask you to think about that. "My sons," the father said, "you are always with me and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." So that's the story of the prodigal son in Luke of the Bible. And when I read it, I was just amazed at the parallels between this situation with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and even Prince William. I do hope that Prince Harry returns home repentant, as the prodigal son has done. And I hope that William is able to accept that gracefully. And because it's true, the story says everything that King Charles has belongs to William. But it would be worth a celebration if Harry did come back repentant and rejoined the work of his family, if he's even allowed to do that. Well, thank you for listening. I just thought it was an interesting parallel. I know this is a proverb about a prodigal son returning to the Heavenly Father, and the celebration that happens in heaven. He's given up his inheritance. He squandered his inheritance, but he still is welcome in the kingdom. However, I just thought that it had a lot of interesting parallels with this situation with Prince Harry. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.